Do you want to know how narcissists play games in your relationship? And it actually extends into your negotiations as well and into the discard phase. That's what I want to talk to you about today. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung. I am a narcissist negotiation expert. I'm also an attorney. I spend all my time helping you break free from toxic relationships, whether they are business or personal. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel because I upload new videos every single day. I've helped thousands of people in my practice, in my resources, and millions of people through this channel. And I want to make sure that I help you too. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Okay, so today we're going to cover how narcissists gameplay in relationships. And it actually extends all the way from the beginning of the relationship and, from the love bomb stage. And then it goes into that devaluing stage and then into that discard phase. And then, where I pick up into it, where you're negotiating with that narcissist, whether it's a business relationship, whether it's a personal relationship, I see it all the time. And it's a manipulation, really is what it is. And they gameplay all the way through. And, you're seeing it constantly. But a lot of times you're not necessarily noticing it right away. But first of all, you start off thinking this person is perfect. Whether it's a business relationship or a personal relationship, I dealt with a narcissist in a business situation personally. And, my husband and I have had to deal with narcissists in our family as well. And, regardless of the type of narcissist, whether it's a covert narcissist or an overt narcissist, it's the same kind of thing. They start off amazing. They start off like, oh my gosh, this is like the most perfect, amazing person in the world. And they make you feel like you're the most incredible human being they've ever met. Like, wow, the stars have aligned. And then they start this hot and cold thing. And that's where the game playing starts. That's the very first thing that you start to notice, this hot and cold, this ghosting, and, where did they go? That's the first sign, really, a lot of the time. Now all of a sudden you're needy or something like that. You can't get them to text you back, or they're super passive aggressive. You can't get them to do the things that you asked them to do or they promised that they would do. If it's a business relationship, or you're finding out that there's gaps in their stories or there's lying and they've got some kind of explanation about it, there's red flags that are showing up. And, you start to see that they're making promises that they have no intention of fulfilling. And then a lot of times, you start to see them, they come like all the way up as close to your breaking point as possible. Like you're just about to the edge of you can't take it anymore. And then back to love bombing again, back to future faking, back to it's all going to be better, back to you'll see, oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing, back to, if it's a romantic situation, flowers, or I'm so sorry, or crying and desperate to keep you, or whatever it is. And, if it's a business relationship, all of a sudden they start doing the things they were supposed to do or whatever it is, because they know like you're maybe about to leave or something, so there's this hot and cold, this up and down, all the way to your breaking point where you feel like there's no way you can stay another day. And then they're good again. And then back to this thing. So you start to see that all the time. And in negotiations, you kind of see that where You think you have a deal, and all of a sudden you don't have a deal anymore. Now they add something else or they take away something. And now it's constantly what I say, moving the goalposts. By the way, I have a whole video on why narcissists move goalposts, which you should definitely check out. Why do narcissists move goalposts constantly? Definitely check out that video. In that same vein, similar vein, they never resolve issues in the relationship. You have this constant circular conversation. You're trying to resolve an issue and they never resolve the issue. That's another game that they play. You sit there and you try to have a conversation with them about something. And let's say you try to talk to them about maybe something that they did or they didn't do. And it's, why are you bringing this up now? Oh, I don't like your tone of voice. Oh, everybody can hear you right now. I'm really tired. Why are you talking about that? Oh, do this first. Before you get to that, let's talk about this. And you never get to talking about what you wanted to talk about. Well, you interrupted me. So you never get to talking about what you wanted to talk about, ever. There's never any resolution to problems in the relationship. And another thing is way that they play games is that they just never give you what it is that you want in the relationship. They'll say that they're going to give you what you want. You'll see that it's going to be better. And from now on, I'm going to always do this, that, or the other thing. It could be the simplest thing, if you're married to the person, from now on, I'm going to be doing the laundry every single week or whatever it is. And then they just never do it. And, well, this week I had that, and this week I had this, and it just never happens. And why are you always on my back? Whatever it is, it just never happens. By the way, if you are seeing what I'm seeing, and you totally are resonating with this so far, give me a totally in the comments. Just write totally in the comments. So those are the, some of the game playing that they do so far, and then a lot of times it's just that they'll just raise their voice. You're trying to talk to them, and the more you try to talk to them about something, they'll just raise their voice. Or they'll use hand gestures. They might even get physical with you because they just don't want to hear what you have to say. Or maybe they'll just walk away because they don't want to hear what you have to say. Maybe they just won't even text you back. Maybe they'll just completely ghost you because they don't want to hear what you have to say. So that's another way that they will game play you. They're just completely manipulating you constantly. So, they're toying with your feelings. It's just hot and cold constantly. You don't ever get what you want. They get what they want because they're constantly controlling you, game playing with you, and you just constantly feel used, abused, emotionally racked, and everything is your fault. Everything is, put on you. You're constantly being made to feel guilty. You're the one who's irresponsible, lazy, the problem in the relationship. And everything's always turned back on you. And, that's the way they manipulate. That's the way they game play. So, those are just some of the things. Those are just some of the ways that narcissists gameplay in relationships, romantic, business, personal. They act the same, whether it's covert, overt, doesn't matter. They act like that in any, and when they are negotiating, it's the same thing, only it's even more heightened. And that's why I specialize in this, because you cannot negotiate with a narcissist in a regular, reasonable person way. The regular rules of negotiation just simply do not work with narcissists. And so if you are dealing with a narcissist, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell. If you like this video, give it a like, give it a share. And if you are dealing with a narcissist, make sure you grab my free Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet at winmynegotiation.com and join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. And remember that today's a great day to start negotiating your best life. Today's a great day to start to slay. And I will see all of you guys in the next video.